Hello, welcome to Sapient Prime. Today I'm going to talk about clutchless upshift in motorcycles. How it works, how to do it, and why it makes more sense to use it in a small bike than a bike with a big capacity engine. So basically here's your gear lever, and what you do is, say you're in second gear and you start throttling up, then your RPM will keep increasing, and as it say crosses about 6000 RPM, it depends on the bike too. So when you have a high enough RPM, what you do is you suddenly blip down the throttle like this, blip. When you're doing that, simultaneously you should put some pressure on the gear lever and the gear will smoothly shift to the higher gear. So that's how you do it. I'll be showing it to you how it's done now. The procedure is same for any bike, but now I'm on a Dominar 400 with 6-speed transmission system manual. So let's see. I'm in second gear. I've left the clutch. Now you can see me doing clutchless upshift in a 100cc vehicle. Now I'm in the neutral. Neutral to first gear you have to use the clutch. Beyond that I'll not be using the clutch. Okay, there's a vehicle. Okay. Let's see how it works. I am simplifying this a lot, okay? The engine basically is the source of power in the vehicle, and this has to be transferred from the engine to the wheels. It happens via the transmission system. The engine is connected to the transmission system via a clutch, which is basically, in a simplified manner, a plate connected to the engine and a plate connected to the gears. So when they come in contact, the power is transmitted. Normally, these plates are pressed against each other and the load is transferred from the engine to the gears. Okay? To shift the gears, you need to remove the load from the gears. You can try this. Say you press your palms together very hard and try to slide them out. It is difficult. Now don't press them together, it's easy to slide. When you press the clutch lever, you move these plates apart and the gears are unloaded and then they can be shifted. In clutchless gear shifting, you suddenly decrease the throttle. So the engine slows down, but the gears are still rotating at higher speed. That means the engine is not providing any load to the gears. That is, the gears are unloaded. And hence, you can shift the gears in that moment. Does it damage your vehicle? Well, if you do it properly, it doesn't do any damage to the parts. But if you mess up the timing and you throttle down and you're too late to shift up, the gears also slow down enough that there is some load on them. So when you try to shift them, there is some friction on them. That can damage the gears as you're scraping them out while shifting. Now I'll show you what happens when you have a slight mismatch in the timing. In the following video, you will see that while shifting the gear from 2 to 3, there is a slight jerk. You can see the motorcycle move a little forward, basically jerking a little forward. You need some practice to get the timing right, and while practicing, make sure the road is really empty. There is a hack that you can use in the beginning. You can preload the gear, that is, puts a very slight pressure on the gear lever, and then when you throttle down, it will smoothly shift automatically. But with time, you can get the timing. Now let me talk about why it's better for smaller bikes. When you're riding a bike like Dominar 400 and you start accelerating really quickly, by second or third gear you are already at 80 km per hour. But the normal traffic itself moves at 40 or 50 km per hour. So you can't really reach that speed. Of course, you can use it in highways, but usually in highways you are just going on a trip, you are enjoying the view, you are enjoying the wind. So what's the point of really accelerating that high? It is of course very useful in a racetrack, but on roads, no. But clutchless upshift has been really helpful in my Discover 100cc vehicle. So every time a traffic signal turned green, I could easily keep up with a higher cc vehicle like a 150 or 200cc vehicle, at least in the beginning, using clutchless upshifting. So that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching.